My name is Minty Bets, and I'm honored to be joined by the UFC featherweight champion, the great Alexander Volkanovski, presented by FanDuel. The International Fight Week is the end of June here in my hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada. UFC 317 will take place then. We've got Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title. You were in the octagon with Ilia Topuria quite recently. So from your experience, what are the keys to cracking Ilia's style? And do you think Charles has what it takes to do it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously, Charles is a very dangerous fighter. Ilya is very powerful dude, very technical. He loves coming forward and using that boxing. He can be hit as well because he likes to be in that sort of danger sort of range. He likes to back you up. So for him to do so, he will put himself in positions where he can get caught. And Charles is going to capitalize on that. Charles only really has one speed, and that's come forward and come forward aggressively. I think that's what you're going to see. I don't think he will. I think he will respect Ilya's power, but he's just got his style, and that's that. So I think he will still come forward. One thing I'm interested to see with this one is how Ilia will be maybe if he's on the back foot, because I think Charles will come forward. He likes to come with that sort of high guard and like a very upright sort of position and presses forward. He'll like show that knee coming up a little bit and just hop forward and sort of put you in a position where you feel like you need a fire or you need to try and get to a position where you can fire. So while you're doing that, you're on the back foot a little bit till you pull the trigger. How is Ilia gonna handle that? He's not usually in that position. Now the lightweights, are they going to look at him as a featherweight and be like, you know what, I'm going to put him on the back foot. Let's see how he handles that. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how that goes down. But Ilia, if he puts his hands on anyone, it could be good night. So I truly do believe that he does have the power, and that power is definitely going to still translate through the lightweight division. I truly do believe that. But let's see how that fight goes. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. It could be done like that.
Yeah.
I think it will be done like that. I don't think the fight goes that far, but it'll be very interesting to see which way it goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was going to ask you if you believe it's going to go all 5 rounds, but it sounds like you also believe that it's going to end in a finish here, and I kind of hope it does. I mean, it'll be really really exciting to see how it plays out. So I did see in an interview recently that you said you would fight Ilia Topuria again if given the opportunity. So if the UFC offered you the winner of this fight at lightweight, would you take it?
Oh, of course, another
Or
chance,
back down?
another chance to go the double champ. That'll be incredible. Especially because right now I'm like, yeah, people ask me, oh, would you do it again? I'm like, of course I would, but I mean, I just know I'm not in that position just yet. I know I still need work to do, but I mean, if that opportunity comes, all right, no worries. I'm not pushing for it because I've always been the type of guy that, you need to, really deserve it, right? That's how I've always been. And, a lot of people go, what do you mean you don't deserve it? I'm like, oh, well, I did have a second chance. I know it was on a, late notice and whatnot, and then had another loss, just got to win back. Probably need to defend. I reckon if I defend again, am I in them conversations? Maybe. So maybe it could happen. But if that opportunity come, I won't say no. That's for sure.
Ooh, I love it. All right, let's get some of your quick picks for UFC 317. Starting off with the lightweight title, Ilia Topuria or Charles Oliveira. Who you got?
Oh man, this is a tricky one. You know what? I think Ilya can get it done. I honestly think I'm leaning towards Ilya getting this. I think stylistically, this could be a good one for him. I think there will be opportunities for him to let his powerful hands go. It will be a fight, so it can go either way. But I think Ilya can get this one done. I really do. I think he's going to show that he does have power even in the lightweight division. But it'll be exciting for however long it lasts. Even if it's 10 seconds, it's still going to be exciting 10 seconds leading into that finish. That's obviously going to be exciting anyway. So it's, really, really looking forward to that one.
All right, for the flyweight title bout, we got Alexandre Pantoja, the current champ, versus Kai Kara France. Who do you think will win this one? Because I don't know. I don't want to bet against Pantoja, but Kai Kara France could be a sleeper pick here.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm obviously good friends with Kai, a training partner of mine. I've trained with him many times, and that's why we're actually going over there. We'll be over there for that one to watch him go do his thing, and I'm going to pick out Kai Kara France. I think he's really even after he had the big break, right, and then he come back and did what he did against a game opponent in Steve Ercek, and now he's just he's on fire. I'm getting told in training he's just on absolute fire. So I'm expecting him to go out there and get the job done. Obviously, Pantoja, very tough, very scrappy. He's going to be hard to put away, but he does get hit. I think even if it goes to the ground where Pantoja is so good, Kai France is very good in the scrambles, very, very hard to submit as well, and good at getting back to his feet. And I think he's gonna, even though Pantoja's tough and he's aggressive, and we'll find his own punches as well. I just think Kai France lands the bigger punches, the cleaner shots, and he's going to hurt Pantoja. But can he put him out early? Which obviously I'm hoping. We will see.
All right, and
I'm picking Kai France for sure.
I love it. Beneil Dariush or Renato Moicano?
This one's going to be a fun one. I think I'm going to go with Moicano. He's just on a bit of a tear. Obviously, he had the loss, with the, against Islam. You cannot, that's nothing to sort of hate on him about, right? Like you're fighting pound for pound number one right now. It was a short notice turnaround, but he was on an absolute tear before that, and I just think. That's still gonna, I still think that's gonna still roll on. I think even if it goes to grappling where Beneil Dariush is so good, I think Moicano will still be able to maybe handle that. But yeah, Beneil is a very, very good fighter, but I think Moicano is even dangerous on the feet. I think you might even catch him on the feet and get the finish. I think he gets a finish in maybe the earlier rounds.
Okay, another hot topic here: judging. What is the most frustrating thing about how fights are judged today? And do you have a suggestion on how to fix it? Because I think we should go American Idol style and just have the people vote for who wins if there are questionable judges' cards here. What do you think the solution should be?
It is such a tricky one because I guarantee you, you think you have the solution, there's going to be other problems that come with it. And especially there's going to be a bias all the time. Even with judges, when it's their job, it seems to be that there's a bias. So you could only imagine if the fans were, actually judging as well. But I don't know. I think we need to fight to how it's sort of, to the criteria. They say it's a round by round situation, scoring criteria, so we're going to fight to that. I think you would have to do it as an overall. I think an overall, it would be an interesting one. I'd like to see that, because one thing that I don't get, and that's always going to be a problem with the 10-must system, you're going to get people that are just edging around. Like you could even say it's a draw, but they're just, I think I'll give it to them. Mm-hmm. Yet someone will have a dominant round, they still get a 10-9 and it scores the same. When it's pretty much a draw round to a pretty dominant round, not enough to be a 10-8. Do we make 10-8s a little bit easier? Like, how does it work? That's sort of what you see, because you see clear rounds to someone, you see very tight rounds to someone, and then the person that won edged 3 rounds, and you could have said that some of them 3 rounds went the other way. 2 clear rounds went to the other person, clear as day. So overall, it was always going to be this person, but this guy somehow edged, these rounds that were very questionable. But you understand, because they were tight rounds, should there be more draw rounds? But then you're going to get more draws overall. Yeah. I don't know. There's, again, every time you think you're figuring out something, a problem will come with it. So it is a very tricky one. It's just as long as we know how the scoring criteria works, because we'll fight to that way. If we know it's a 10-must system, even though we'll know, all right, we just need to win this round. A lot of people want to get mad about it, but that's just how it's judged. That's how the scoring system goes. So a lot of fighters are going to sort of fight to that sort of criteria. So I think if it's an overall, people are going to want to do more damage. You know what I mean? I think because that's going to overall, that's what people, So I think maybe an overall type of system could work. But yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't know.
It is. I mean, we've had this kind of scoring for decades, and it still seems to be a trial and error kind of thing. You are pretty well traveled, I would assume. Which country has the best food, and why is it Thailand? Just kidding. But which country has the best food?
Yeah, so many. It's a tough one.
Yeah, because what is your favorite kind of food? It seems like burgers, steaks, like anything.
I know that's what it seems. I mean, I do love them. I really do enjoy them. Obviously, I love my steaks. I definitely love my steaks. I love my burgers. But I mean, they just look the best on camera as well. Like there's so much you could do with burgers, and everyone loves a burger. So that's why you see us cooking so many of those. But I mean, I do love. I love my sushi. I love my Thai food. I love my Vietnamese food. So I love my beef pho. So I'm a big Vietnamese guy. I love my banh mi's and my beef pho. So I haven't been to Vietnam though.
Mm,
Oh man, it's tricky. I haven't been to Japan. So
Me
you
neither.
know what? Can I choose something that I haven't been to, or it has to be where I've been?
Oh, I guess you could choose somewhere you haven't been to. Whatever cuisine I think you would like the best.
I really do want to go to Vietnam and try some of the food there. So I'll go with Vietnamese food.
Wow. Okay, that
Yeah, it's
was a
different.
curveball.
Yeah, it was what it.
Now, can we expect to see you open up like a full service restaurant in the future? And if so, like what are the vibes? What is the cuisine?
Yeah, so I definitely think you could, but you're right. See, it would have to be different. I wouldn't want to just open just any restaurant. I'll try and make sure it's, you know, on brand, you know, fun, and really works to sort of who I am. So I think I will do something like that for a bit of fun. So yeah, I think you would. I think you would see. I mean, steak's got to be a thing. It has to be some sort of barbecues. Yeah. So, but I don't want too much. Like, I want to get something that I can just nail. You know, only a certain
Right.
few things, and that's it.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's
Maybe a
hard because I.
restaurant. Yeah, maybe a restaurant with like a revolving menu, like a seasonal menu.
There you go. See, you're onto it. See, that
Mhm.
type of thing. So I can go and, a very small menu, but then there's some specials that we can mix that up. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one because I need to fully commit. If I do anything, I need to do it properly. And if, I need to make sure that I'm there. So with a restaurant, I couldn't just leave it be. So, I need to make sure I can have the time or make the time to be there and keep an eye on things. And yeah, because otherwise, same. A lot of people have talked to me about, would you do coaching and all that? And I'm like, man, that is a commitment. If I do it, I won't have any time for anything else because I'd want to commit to my athletes and whatnot. So I just don't think I could do that. So I wonder if that'll be the same case with the restaurant. I'm not sure.
All right. Last question because I don't want to keep you any longer. Which UFC fighter would you like to compete in a cook-off with?
Good question.
I don't know any
Uh,
other UFC fighters who are as passionate about cooking and grilling as you are.
I haven't I've seen some here and there. I know I have. I'm trying to think of. I know I think I've
Any of your
seen Bo
teammates?
Nickel. Bo Nickel maybe doesn't mind cooking some steaks and that maybe. But I know Jake Matthews, actually, like fellow Australian, who's
Mhm.
been doing a lot of cooking lately. And I've actually been impressed with some of his cooking. So there you go. I'll say because I've already hit him up. I already said like let's do something. I think I've hit a few fighters up and said, all right, when we're doing this collab. So
Oh,
there's a few out there. I just can't think of them right now. But Jake Matthews, I know I just reached out not that long ago to make something happen because he's been doing some pretty impressive cooks.
love that. UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, everyone. Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to talk today.
No worries at all. Thank you.